So we've got this problem. Here's a diagram of a doll's house that Jaden has made. The two faces are each in the shape of a pentagon with a vertical line of symmetry. That's the two ends. Pentagon, 5 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, it's a 3-dimensional picture, so it looks slightly difficult. All the other faces are rectangles. The base angles of each pentagon are right angles. Jaden wants to cover all the surface of the doll's house with paint. He knows the total area of the base and the roof is 1.3824. So this bit's been worked out, and so is the roof, which is obviously 2 sides like that, isn't it? Yeah? Is enough paint to cover 3.5 square metres. So has he got enough to cover the full doll's house? Okay, let's break this question down. So that's the diagram, okay, with all the numbers on it. What do we need to do first? You've already been told the area of the roof. You've already been told the area of the base. So we don't need to bother working those two out. So what we do now, on our paper, we write down base and roof, which was equal to, I'll have to have a quick look at the measurements because I took them off the screen.
1.3824.
1.3824. Little line underneath it. Why? Because I know I need to come back to that in a few minutes. So that's that done. So then I look at the front and the back are both rectangles. So we're back now to basically this situation. We're back to that. The front and the back are both rectangles. Yeah? So we need to work out the area of the front. So what measurements are we going to use there? We're going to use 0.96. So this is front and back, F and B. 0.96 times by
0.63.
0.63. It's there, isn't it? Just goes to the corner there. Can you see?
Oh.
0.96 times 0.63. What does that give us?
0.6048.
That's just for the front. So what we're going to do with that, we're going to times it by 2. Which gives us a grand total for the front and the back of
1.2096.
Little line underneath it to show I'm coming back to it in a few minutes. So now the tricky bit. So what we've now done, the roof we can forget because it's been worked out for us. We've worked out that, so all that bit now has been worked out for us. So we've just now got this 5-sided shape, this pentagon. What I would do here, and I recommend you guys to do it, and I did it, I've done this in my exam, I take that and I draw it on my page. Okay, this will make it easier for you. I'll draw it on my page. Hello.
Thank you.
There it is. I've drawn it on my page. I'm now just going to put some measurements on. Okay? I'm just going to pop some measurements on. Alright? I know that this bit here is 0.63. I know that this bit across the bottom is 0.7 because I can see that from the picture. And then I can see on this far side that the full height of that building, you know, my fingers trace it across, the full height of the building is 0.75. Yeah? Can you see where that's come from?
Yeah,
Yeah?
I did it before. And I wondered what that was about.
Yes. There is a reason, there is a number in there we don't particularly need. So what we've done, we've taken that picture there and we've put it there because that looks a bit easier to understand than that on the 3D thing. Okay? We draw ourselves an imaginary line. I love the imaginary line. There it is. And what I've done now, I've separated that end of the house into two separate shapes. I've got a triangle there, which I'm going to use as a green pen, just to distinguish it. And then, if I get a different colour, I guess blue for example, I've got a rectangle here. Composite shape. It's a composite. We'll start off with the easy bit. The rectangle. What do we need? We need length times height. So we've got 0.7 times 0.63. Okay, we've got 0.7 times 0.63. What's that?
0.441.
Little line underneath it because I need to use that number in a second. We get our paper, we cover that up. So now we're going to work out the triangle. Okay, we're going to work out the triangle. We remember the formula for the triangle, which is base times height divided 2. We know the base, there it is, 0.7. Can you see if we bring our fingers up, we can see it's 0.7. Oh, the tricky question here is what is the height? What is that measurement there?
0.12.
0.12, because the whole building is 0.75, that bit's 0.63, so 0.75 minus 0.63 means that this bit here is 0.12. Yeah, okay. So there we go. We've got 0.7 times 0.12, sorry that looks like a 6, divided by 2. What's going to give us 0.042?
0.42.
So there's the triangle, there's the rectangle. Let's add those two together to make one shape. 0.042 plus 0.441 is going to give us 0.483. That's one side of the house. What we're going to do with that number now?
Double it.
Double it because of the other side of the house. So we're going to times that now by 2. It's going to give us 0.966. Yeah? So now what we've got, we've not used that number. Why? Because it relates to the roof, and the roof has already been given to us. It's a red herring. We don't need that number. Okay? We not need it. We don't need it. Okay? So now what we've got, let's have a look what we've got. We've got the base and the roof, 1.324. We've got the front and the back, 1.2096. The end, the two ends, 0.966. Let's add all those together. Let's add everything we've got together. Okay? 1.3824, 0.966 and 1.2096. Let's add that together. That's going to give us, is that 9, 16, 18? I've got 3.5580 square meters. Yeah, square meters. That doll's house is 3.55 square meters. Jaden has enough paint, if you remember the question, to paint 3.5 metres. Has Jaden got enough paint?
No.
No. He's only got enough paint to paint 3.5. He needs 3.55, slightly bigger than that. Yeah? So, you can see from that question, you can see from that particular style of question, that once you break it down into tiny little steps and you really read the question carefully, don't rush these questions. That's 6 marks and you can see why. Don't rush the question. Yes, roof, base, given to you. Don't even need to worry about it. So instantly that cuts that shape down, it makes that shape smaller. Front and back are the same, they're both rectangles. Dead easy to work out. Yes, the 2 ends. Take it from there, put it there, dissect it, make it into 2 separate shapes, do 2 separate sums. Yeah? Do 2 separate sums. Look for the clues. All the numbers in there apart from this one was the one that you needed. Because that's the side of the roof which we don't particularly need. Okay? Tricky question, that.